Thank you all for joining today's webinar, Be Industry Ready. I'm Professor Abhishek Sinha, your moderator for today, and I take this opportunity to welcome all our participants, our chairman, sir, our additional DG, sir, our dean, madam in absentia, faculty members, and our guest for today, Dr. Ashok Mangaraj, who kindly has taken time out to address our students. So BCCM is a part of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, as you would all be aware of, and it's more for people, new people who join us across different institutions. And Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is an institution of national eminence with 350 plus institutions, including 15 management colleges running across India as well as abroad. At BCCM, over last 1 year, we have been conducting webinars on different diverse topics to equip student community on different skills and knowledge to equip them to do have successful professional as well as personal career. And in these webinars, we have been calling experts who share their views and give insights. So for today, talking about today's webinar topic, it's said preparedness is a virtue that always gets rewarded. Today, the corporates expect its employees to deliver from day one, and it is also no different for the fresh graduates. From functional knowledge to soft skills, college graduates must be well equipped on all these things even before they step into the corporate world. To understand this and more, today we have with us Dr. Ashok Mangaraj, who's an expert corporate trainer and a motivational speaker. Dr. Ashok Mangaraj is India's one of the top corporate trainers. He has conducted several training programs on HR and motivation at leading organizations like Hindalco, Reliance, SBI, Bharatiya AXA, LIC, NABARD, Indian Navy, the government of Odisha, as well as government of India, to name a few. Dr. Mangaraj has done his PhD in sociology and is also an MBA in HR and marketing. Apart from being a professional trainer, he is also a career counselor. On academic side, Dr. Mangaraj is a visiting faculty at many of the reputed institutes in Odisha, India, as well as abroad. He is also a research guide for PG and PhD students. A very warm welcome to you, sir, for taking time out and addressing the students. Before we start, I would just request the audience to keep their mic on mute and the videos switched off. We will be taking up the questions towards the end of the session. So audience can send in their questions on the chat box and we will put it before the guest speakers. So without taking any further time, sir, I would like to call upon and you and share your views and thoughts on this topic of Be Industry Ready. Welcome, sir.
So nice, Abhishek sir. My heartfelt thanks to you for a wonderful introduction and my due regards. I'm what I can say. I'm really thankful and grateful to Sujata ma'am and the entire authority at the other end, Chairman sir, Dean, and all my dear participants who aspire to be wonderful personalities of the future, whom we can trust, whom we can rely, and we can, you all are going to make us feel proud about. So that's with a great expectation, I begin. So this is what we are talking about this afternoon. Please have patience and please pay attention to at least 1 hour, which is going to be really worthy for your life ahead, for your future. That's what. We at this end, I'd like to speak on behalf of all your professors, elders, your parents, your family. We understand. We are trying our best to keep up with your vibes as the next gen, as the upcoming smartest ever generation. We appreciate each of your moves towards the future. But, as elders, as seniors, as experienced ones, we are concerned again and we will stay concerned till we see you at the top. That's the feeling. So in this relativity, let me talk about what we mean for you on date in this moment is getting ourselves ready for the future. If you remember, I last time had said something about AAA, acquiring knowledge, applying that knowledge, and accomplishing what is you dream of in the future. So for that, you have to be in readiness. You have to be prepared because, volumes of knowledge inside the four walls will fall short to a single event, to a single crisis, a crossroad that will come in your life as a professional. What matters is you're getting exposed to all this. What matters is to be vigilant, alert, aware of what I am and where I am, what I'm going to do in the future that will at least make me or give me a recognition. So what I mean exactly to speak all about is be industry ready. This is it. So after volumes of knowledge, I don't know how much and how far skill oriented are we, but something else is required to be what I call getting ready for the industry, getting ready for the job, getting ready for the profession that you aspire for, getting ready for the entrepreneurship you want to be in the upcoming, in the near future, after your graduation and post-graduation. So may I have this privilege? I don't know exactly, but I can think that you guys are so smart, you are aware, and at least you might have come across.
Send him. Hi, now take the marker and write something on the board. Write what? Write whatever you want. Should it be related to programming languages? Why did you write Java? I'm Sun certified in Java programming. I asked why did you write Java? You could have written anything. You could have written what the fuck. I would have written that if I were you, because someone's asking me to write something without a context. So now, why did you write Java? I thought you would ask the questions on what I write on the board. I'm confident in Java, so I wrote it. So you're confident on Java. Your resume says that you are a Sun certified Java programmer. Yes. We're done. Why? I mean, you didn't ask me anything. Hi Mahesh, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. Tell me something about yourself. I'm Mahesh. I'm from Mumbai. Sorry? I said get out. Take the marker and write something on the board. I didn't know the context. Fuck off.
I have distinction in all the semesters with 85% aggregate. I have done 2 major projects and 5 minor projects. And I also hold internship in 2 reputed companies.
Go work for them.
I actually, I work very, very hard.
Whatever I do it with perfection.
Actually, yeah.
No, you didn't. We're done. You're in the wrong place.
Sorry, I thought you were an interviewer. Sorry.
Are you here for an interview?
Yup.
Take a marker and write something on the board. Sit down. Tell me something about yourself.
Well, you have my resume in your hand. I expect you to have gone through it. I'll tell you something that's not there. I like pani puri, not masala.
Well, you have less marks in academics. Why?
I didn't like sitting in the classrooms and listening to boring lectures. And I hate remembering some data and writing exams. We have storage devices for that.
You have done project alone. Why?
I pitched my idea to the project panel. They said you're crazy and rejected it. I told them, rather argued with them, saying you don't have brains to understand my idea. They said, if you think you're a genius, we'll approve it. Do it, let's see. After this, nobody wanted to join me for the project.
So you did it alone and completed it?
Yes, but it took me 2 years extra. That's why it took 6 years to do engineering. I'm okay with it.
If you want me to give you this job, then you got to take off your funky style dress, put on formals, comb the hair, and those earrings should go.
That's a good suggestion, but I'll keep my style.
Is it more important than your career?
No, but a career without doing myself is not important.
You're in.
Thank you.
Sir, would you be playing another video or?
Yes. I have another one.
Yeah, okay, sir.
I'm sharing it.
हाय
तुम भी मैनेजर की पोस्ट लाई
Is it visible?
कितना एक्सपीरियंस है
It's just starting. Yeah, it's visible also.
3 years मुझे 7 साल का एक्सपीरियंस वैसे एमबीए तो तुमने किया ही होगा
नहीं मैंने पीजी डिप्लोमा किया
पीजी डिप्लोमा फिर तो तुम्हारा सिलेक्ट होना बहुत ही मुश्किल वैसे मैं गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट
ओके ऑल द बेस्ट
थैंक्स बट डोंट नीड दैट
एक्सक्यूज मी
यस
वो मैनेजर की पोस्ट के लिए इंटरव्यू यही हो रहा है
क्यों आपको अपने बेटे या बेटी का इंटरव्यू करवाना है
मुझे अपना इंटरव्यू देना
ओके
हाँ यही हो रहा है प्लीज हैव अ सीट थैंक यू
बाय द वे सॉरी आपके लुक्स और आपके साइज को देख के आपकी एज का पता नहीं चला
Excuse me, are you out of your mind? How can you make fun of a body?
अरे तो मोटी को मोटी बोल दिया तो क्या गलत कर दिया साइज देखा आपने इसका आपको लगता है सिलेक्ट भी हो पाएगी कौन बैठेगा इसके साथ ऑफिस में
अरे अपनी जिंदगी मत It's okay.
So, with that two clippings, I think you might have smelled what it means to be ready for the business. Who you think would have got in what you saw in the second video? Is it the person who was criticizing and was pointing out the difference with other participants, aspirants, or the one who appeared to be healthy and yes. Abhishek sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. You're very much audible. The screen, the PPT is also visible, sir. You can continue.
Thank you. So, what does it say? Is it all to be highly qualified? To be having 99.99% marks? To be having lots of credentials to your credit? To contribute to making, to be claiming yourself to be ready for the profession? What matters? And what I can say, or we say, is to be industry ready. How we can do that, and what exactly we mean to be ready for the profession that you and me aspire after a year after our academic career. So let us see a wonderful example again, another one. If my slide is visible to you, this is what I mean called customization. You'll find 100 engineers, you'll find 200 lawyers, you'll find 300 chartered accountants, very highly qualified. Nothing to doubt about their career. Then what makes the difference when you get shortlisted, when you are counted, when you are valued in the professional field? If my slide is visible to you, you may be one of the dhaba owners or restaurant owners. There are hundreds of restaurant owners who serve rice and chicken. But the one who serves the way I am displaying here, I think backs the deal. That very person, that very enterprise, and he's the entrepreneur who is going to catch the biggest market share. If you can customize your things to the demands of your customers. That is very important. In this age of competition, it's a global platform. So to prove your worth is not only through your academic career and your high-rated marks. It has to be your wit, your experience. If I come to the point, and if you have a pad and pen at your disposal, I mean three things: intuition, imagination, and what do you say? Intuition, imagination, and to be implementing it. If you have that analytical power, if you can be initiative, take the initiative, if you can lead, so that is what matters. How you could sense it before anyone thinks of it. How you can dream it, imagine it. So that is what matters to prove yourself to be a leader in the market, to be shortlisted, to be picked amongst the lot for any profession or industry you aspire for, you apply for. So how best you can customize yourself, that varies. It's not static. You have to model yourself accordingly, being flexible, being resilient to the ever, what you can say, ever increasing change in these days, in whichever area you think of. Change is so fast, so constant, that one has to be resilient to accommodate and being compatible to be proving to be the best fit for the purpose. That is very important. So it is not only the knowledge and skills that will decide how productive you are, how loyal you are, That is what, after all, every organization hopes from you. How productive you are. How about your performance? And again, how loyal you are. Looking into the employee turnover rate on date. So every organization wins performance. It is very much on focus that one person has to be loyal. Because after your academic career in various highly rated institutes, you again are trained and groomed up to be exactly fitting in or being suitable for the job and profession that you are going to discharge. So that is what matters. I want to establish here, I want to help you identify this, what you can say, distinguish between. Let me take this example. Let me use this mythology to quote here. When the Kurukshetra was fought between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, both of them, both sides, were equally competent. Shastra mein bhi aur Shastra mein bhi. The Kauravas were not less as far as their skills to fight. And of course, as far as their knowledge about fighting and winning and what is expected from a king like Duryodhana. The Guru was the same for all the 105. It was Dronacharya. But what made the Pandavas win the game? They also had a right to leave. They only expected 5 villages. But the entire Hastinapur was captured and was controlled, ruled over by Duryodhana. He didn't allow. He refused. He denied to even spare 5 villages. So what do you think? Why did Kauravas lose the battle? What made them? So, Dronacharya was very much on their side, Pandavas. And Guru Drona was undoubtedly competent. Sarvashrest Guru the wo. But he was teaching Shastra to the Kauravas. And the Pandavas took the favor of Lord Sri Krishna. यहाँ पे कृष्ण भगवान अर्जुन को शस्त्र नहीं सिखा रहे थे. He was a great Dhanurdhar. He was the expert and the best ever fighter as far as the bow and arrow is concerned. भगवान कृष्ण अर्जुन को संस्कृति सिखा रहे थे. सर्वधर्मांग परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज. Forget everything in this world. Rely and trust me. Mamekam saranam, be submitted to me. What it is to accept and submit before a guru, before what you call your whoever you worship, whoever you follow. संस्कृति बहुत बड़ा चीज होता है दुनिया में. To win this game of life, to establish yourself as a wonderful, bold, strong personality. पैसा की तो बात ही नहीं मैं करता यार. Money is nothing. Money follows. If you uplift, if you enhance, if you develop your personality, money follows. It doesn't matter. What makes you and me win is the Sanskriti inside you and me. How you believe and how much reliable you are. Can I trust you? And what is your attitude when it is a case of to be submitted, to be loyal? Performance both. Pandavas were in no less, as far as performance is concerned, with respect to Kauravas. So both the sides were ready with performance. But that made the difference. Whom you follow, whom you submit, and how submissive you are, and what is the level of degree of being disciplined, how much trust you have, how much belief you have, and how much submissive are you, and what is your attitude really. That is what is going to be seen in the upcoming days. What I mean, being profession ready, being industry ready, irrespective of your domain of knowledge. That is what it is. And if I say youth, you guys are so smart, so good, so lovely. Hats off to all your accomplishments. But just watch here what I am displaying in this slide, how it happens and how it grows. As you grow up and get groomed up from your school days to your college days to your professional degree courses, and then you come forward to serve the nation, the world, the people, the mankind. As my font sizes that I have written here, displaying here in this slide, as the font size grows, it is relatively proving that that is more important than the previous one. So first you get competent, you acquire the advanced skills, you go as per your interest. When you grow up, acquire knowledge, get certified, get good marks, that comes to be less important. What becomes more important is your character. As we say, your education is reflected in your behavior. So your character becomes more important then. When you acquire all your knowledge, all your degrees, your character becomes important. Then comes a stage when the entire world wants to see how caring you are. Are you so willing to respond to the needs and concerns of others? How caring you are. Then as you grow up in your personality, you try to project yourself in the global platform. The people look into how confident you are. So you see your competency. It is not now so important. There was a stage when we thought about your character. Again, a stage came, we were concerned about how caring you are. Now we want to see how confident you are. Then, a step forward, it becomes, what is your level of connectivity? How important it is to have an interpersonal relationship. Are you able to establish and maintain relationships at many levels? I mean, being a professional. Hats off, keeping aside your domain knowledge, your expertise, your competency. Now the world is going to see, after looking into your confidence level, that what is your capability? How skilled are you? How much you focus on establishing and maintaining relationship at different levels? I mean, professional relationships. Yes, for that matter, I say everything is being professional. Even a housewife, even a child, even a student, anyone in every field, I mean, being into a profession and being professional. And finally, it is your contribution that matters. That makes a difference. How much you contribute, how you contribute, when you contribute, and if you can measure it per unit in terms of productivity, that is your contributions that matters. So it is not only our education, our qualification, our degrees, our competency, being skilled in something or this or that. It is character, then caring, then being confident, then establishing our connectivity. This is the era of networking. And finally, your contributions are that what is going to be measured and seen and valued in the upcoming days. So what you have at your disposal, your degrees, graduation, post-graduation, MBA, whatnot. 85%, 90%, 6 point, 7 point, 10 points GPA. But you see what the organizations are looking forward. What it means to be a professional, discharging your duties, contributing to the profit, to the growth of a company or organization that we belong to. Or if at all, God bless you, have your own. It's how is your organizational sensitivity? How are you having and establishing or proving yourself as far as interpersonal relationship is concerned? How adaptable you are? What's your resilience? How flexible you are? What's your leadership skill? How you analyze? What's your attitude? How you look at things? Things as it is, it is. Somebody says the glass is half filled. Somebody says it is half empty. How about your planning and organizing skills? Are you ready? Are you brave? Do you have the guts to take the initiative? How decisive you are? How updated are you? Do you have the business awareness? Given to pass a verdict, how judgmental you are? Are you proving yourself to be a wonderful team leader? Do you have the power to motivate someone, influence someone? Let us look into your creativity. How about your technical skills? Above all, how good a human being you are. How about your manners, your communication skills? Are you ready to listen? That is the most sensitive, and that is the most not seen skill with this generation. Impatient, in a hurry. Everything is to be instant, not prepared to listen. So how about your listening skills? Then only you can be decisive. Then only you can be judgmental. Then you can do a perfect analysis. That will show how interpersonal relationship you establish, how sensitive you are as far as the organization is concerned. How about your own personal development planning? So what matters is how diverse you are. What's the density of your personality? How intense is your thirst, your desire, your dream to contribute, to grow, to be a part and parcel of the organization at the peak? How about the quality aspects? And how about the quality of interactions between human agents? So we are going to now look into and determine the network of relationships that you are going to prove using all that you have acquired across your 20 years, 21 years, 22 years, 24 years. Let us see how you prove in the field. The emphasis has changed. We are no longer concerned about the object. We are now meaning relationship between the entities. Are you ready to prove, to be really instrumental, to establish a perfect professional relationship between entities? How about your stakeholders? We no longer want to focus on controlling something. We want to enable, empower infrastructures and people. We want to come out with wonderful processes. It is not what, it is how. And that demands for a great lot of experience. Last night I was fighting with my own boy. Knowledge is something, if a person at 54 of my years wants to study engineering, it will take 4 years. But if you want to have the experience of 54 years, that will cost you 54 years. That's the point. So how do you focus and where you focus on right now? Is it to acquire maximum marks in your favorite subjects? Is it to compete with other students regarding your theory, your academic knowledge, to score high marks? Gentlemen and ladies, I have request to focus on the practical knowledge of doing things. Put your hands into it. Start taking and hand-holding support from someone. Focus on getting exposed. Take the pinch of the thorn so that tomorrow the rose will be yours. Don't play an escapist hide-and-seek game. Never avoid when something challenging comes forward for you to do it. आजमा के देखिए, अपना कर देखिए, करके तो देखिए, कहने से काम नहीं चलता. Try to focus on your communication skills. I don't say your verbal, your language. You know, communication skill in itself is a vast domain. And when I say communication skill, it doesn't mean whether I say director or director, whether I say vitamins or vitamins. It's not that. It's not that. You know, there were 16 Sahasra Gopiyas and Krishna was one. He was having Rasa Leela with all the gopis together. And you know, this 16 Sahasra, 1600 thousands. Each of the gopi was feeling as if she possessed a unique and soul Krishna, Bhagavan, to herself. हर किसी को लगता था कि मेरा तो ये एक अलग सा बस अपना ये भगवान ये तो है बस मेरा है. So making your presence felt to each and every individual in your team. And if you can expand your span of control in that sense, will mean what is your communication skill. And try to focus on inculcating a habit of innovation. Don't try to discover. Don't focus on what others have done. That's a different thing. Try to take initiative, try to be innovative. That is the point. If you can identify the problem of your clients, and if you can take the initiative and innovate something customized for him, always try to be innovative. It's not boasting about myself. I'd like to share with you my personal case here. Something that is very fresh, very recent. Hardly 5-10 days or week long, I'm working on this. You know, all of us felt this pandemic last year, this year. The entire fabric of our social happenings, financial, in every respect, we are disrupted. But the most painful, you know, I don't think whether you students will be able to understand that or not. If you have your parents, and if I apprehend that people of my age are listening to me, you know, we parents, elders, we are more concerned about the education of our kids. If I say kids, it's kids. It's not grown-ups like you at your age. It's not a student, college-going student. If I talk kids, I mean nursery, LKG, class 1, 2, 3, like this. You know, the thing that we used to debar my kids to use a mobile phone, cell phone. Now we are compelled to give them laptops, desktops, mobile phones, because koi chara nahi hai. This is the only way left over. Like this, here we are to join through internet, virtual classes. like elites and grown-ups like you here, it's very easy. I could understand, I could sense, okay, hearing a sentence from me, taking a clue, you guys can Google it and explore more and better and wonderful things than me. But how about a small kid of the age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? This is the basic fundamental life and living skills at this age a kid needs to acquire and grow up. Government may allow you to be promoted to the higher class. But how about your acquiring knowledge, experience? How about yourself getting indulged into getting a taste of that, realizing what is life, what is living, what is environment, what are trees, where from this food comes, what is sun, what is moon, what is sky, what is rain. This is the age where the kids are the most inquisitive to learn, to know. But they are debarred from all that. What would have been possible had it been an offline, face-to-face, physical contact classrooms? They are debarred from that. Now they are being forced to join in a virtual platform through internet, through Zoom and all these application softwares, So the parents are maximum concerned about this, how, what to do. I don't know exactly whether you agree with me, whether you appreciate this or not, whether you have done this or this sort of a thought have already come to your mind. But that's what it strike inside me. Can I use the parents as an alternative to the teachers in the offline to impart the life and living basic fundamental skills to the kids in an online mode? What I mean exactly, briefing, making you more clearer. As a teacher, I am thinking of teaching the parents. So the parents have to give me half an hour when I will teach them what they will teach to their son or daughter and how they will teach, how they will make it or her remember, what will be the content and what will be the delivery fundamentals. I will teach them for half an hour, in turn expecting they will impart the same knowledge to their kids, but being professional as a teacher, taking their kids as a student. The gentleman may be a professional, busy executive, maybe a doctor, lecturer, lawyer, chartered, but he has to be a teacher for his own son. And I am going to impart a teacher's training to this highly professional group, or rather I can say simply parents. So this is what I'm working right now to make it more, what you can say, fundamentally stronger. I have developed a Google form and I'm trying to collect responses from people, parents whose children are very small, going into nursery or very small, class 1, 2, 3. So this is what is called, if you're thinking of something, if you're concerned about something, if you're trying to innovate something, so inculcate that habit of being into innovation. Stay updated, not only about your studies, about your domain, but about the world affairs across. Being an MBA graduate, being in your place right on date, if I ask you about the issues in Afghanistan, the crisis of the Taliban in Afghanistan, you should be able to brief me. You should be able to give your opinion. You should be able to give your suggestions, whatever it is. So be updated, build your profile with accomplishments. How about this 2 years almost pandemic period? I know many people, those who are backed to their credit, dozens of online certificates. They have gone through online training programs, teaching programs, online sessions, and have bagged dozens of certificates to their credit. So how about you building your profile every day with accomplishments? Focus on acquiring new skills. Focus on associating with elders, with grown-ups, with experienced people. Try to back their experience. Learn. Focus on working on your weaknesses. Convert it into core competencies. Develop your organizing skills. Learn the art and skill of that. Develop your networking skills. And of course, start being resilient. Developing resilience within you. Because things are changing so fast. If you are taken from one organization, asked to perform another in another absolutely different circumstances, environment, how fast you can adapt and be compatible or being taken as suitable for that organization. How best you can accommodate. So try to focus on that. काश मैं जो चाहता हूं मुझे वही मिल जाता. God bless. But ऐसा होता नहीं. It's not whether whatever you desire or aspire for, you will get it. I will do what I like, may or may not be. You have to like what you do. Then, so develop being resilient. You all are talented. So how your talents are rated on it? Why I am telling all this? Because this will open up your mind and tickle your brains inside. You will be asking yourself and finding out ways and means how you are going to be industry ready. So it is intuition, reason, all this I was talking right now. How best you develop your insights, how analytical you are, and your experiences related to production, processing, market, overall competition and customers. That is what I showed you, that chicken thali, getting most customized and proving yourself the best fit for the organization. Whatever and wherever you place yourself or try to be. That is very wonderful. So as you enter the next phase, along with all your degrees, scores in your academic career, the world is looking forward to see your contributions, your connections, your confidence, your character. How caring are you? So stay innovative, be resilient, grow your personality with respect to business results. How you think and why you think, where is the window where you can fit in yourself with your credentials to show results, performance. So focus on business results, non-prescriptive and be adaptable. How best you can maintain the system's perspective. This is what we see in the next phase. This will be expected from you in the next phase. You are going to perform and prove yourself. How best you support the goal-based diagnosis. So as we enter the next phase, the focus will be on business results. You will be expected to be non-prescriptive and adaptable. You will have to be looking into maintaining the system's perspective. You cannot stay alone and aloof. And you'll have to support a goal-based diagnosis. You have to contribute your best. You have to show that your productivity rates are so high, growing in a growth mode year by year. So you cannot be stagnant. You cannot afford to be stagnant. You cannot afford to be ignorant. Think of all your soft skills. All that will be put into use, and you will have to prove yourself in the next stage as management gurus. You have to prove your applicability into the industries you are looking forward to be in. And looking into the present scenario of our country, if you are really accept that India is going to be a global leader, India is a global leader now. People are talking of, we have already proven ourselves. The rate at which our business concerns between platforms are growing, the bounce back of our GDP is, in spite of the pandemic period, still continuing. The areas where we were absolutely not visible, now we are dominant players in the global market. Starting from the steel to the health backgrounds. So we have to be focusing on our business results. We are expected to be non-prescriptive and being adaptable. So this is what is awaiting, and this is what we are going to face and prove ourselves in the next stage. There are two aspects to it. The main thrust is the business environment and the workforce engagement, specifically for management professionals like you. You have to sort it out. You have to find out the equations. How best you can engage the workforce. How productive you can be in the different and differential business environment. So organizations will be looking forward to see how best you identify and assess the process gap, and how relevant is your business solutions if you provide us with something. So it is beyond the four walls, it is beyond the boundaries where we are right now. So my dear youngest, most vibrant, smart, my dear students, I love you all. But this is what I mean is, no, it's your turn now to be proactive, to be thoughtful, to be stepping up, step forward, daring to be innovative, daring to be creative. The world is looking forward to see your contributions. So what do we mean by business? Simple, business is equal to profit. Business is equal to profit. I'll step forward. Business is equal to profit is equal to growth. And you see the competition in the global arena, starting what I said, starting from the vaccine to the defense platforms. We are growing. We are proving ourselves. The areas where we were importing, we were zero. Now we are the best in the globe, exporting it. So what it needs is to identify and assess the process gap, where we lack and what should be done to prove ourselves. So being management professionals and management gurus, if I ask you, just a loud thought. If I airdrop you in the Tikri border, where the farmers' protest is going on, how about handling the people there? Rakesh Tikayat and his gang. How to convince them? How about the thousands and thousands of crores being stuck, both inventory and the finished products? How to find out a solution? How to come out of this crisis? This is another challenging business environment. We cannot stop here, thinking that this will not be repeated in the future. So organizations are looking forward to pick up, to choose those who will provide them relevant business solutions. Those who can identify the process gaps to be well bridged into yielding the best productivity and profit. So if I ask you to have a small matrix, 4x4 matrix, as you can see it here in the slide, along the y-axis, I have performance. Along the x-axis, I have trust. So how about plotting it in a 4x4 matrix? If my slide is visible to you, or else you can have a sketch if there's a pad and pen with you. So along the x-axis, we have trust. Along the y-axis, we have performance. If you look at the right-hand top corner, you will find a place where high performance and high trust. You'll find people where there is high performance and high trust. That is what is expected, wanted. Everybody will love to have those people, those lot. And just opposite, diagonally, touching the horizon, is a lot where they show off low productivity and low trust. Going upwards in the y-axis, if you see the extreme of y-axis, you will find a lot of HR, human resource, who exhibit high performance. That's the peak. But the trust is low. High performance and low trust. And at the extreme end of the x-axis, you will find people with low performance and high trust. You can trust them blindly, but they're not good performers. All of us will look forward to have in our organization, as it is seen here, people with high performance and high trust. But ladies and gentlemen, if I give an option to choose whether this or that, if my mouse is visible, if I can point it, and if you are looking at my slide, here is a point just below the lot who have high performance and high trust. If you pull your point down in the same line, vertical line, you will find a spot where you have the high trust, same level of trust, high trust, but the people will have bit low performance, not as it is in the extreme right corner in that point, that height. If I come down in the same line vertically, I will find a lot with less performance, but same level of trust, high trust. In comparison to here, the height along the x-axis, where there is a lot performing maximum, high performance, but low trust. You cannot trust them. They are wonderful performance, high performance, but not trustworthy. They are low trust and high performing people. Which one will you choose? High performing, low trust, or bit low performing but high trust? Which lot will be most suitable, befitting, desirable, and which one can we take as the industry ready people? So always is not performance working. We will love to have people in our organization, those who have high trust, on whom we can rely, people who are really loyal. Bit low performance can be manageable with different process and HR equations. But everyone will love to have individuals with high trust. I mean, wonderful personalities. That includes all that what I showed you. Being competent, being caring, with good character, proving high connectivity rates, establishing professional connections, and contributing to the organization. So this is the lot, what is preferred on bid. This is what we mean getting industry ready. As far as the domain knowledge is concerned, as far as the theoretical expertise is concerned, no one is less. Each one of us are high performers. But those people are industry ready, who are well managed, who are ready to serve, or who are the people on whom the industry can trust. That is the beauty. That is the beauty. So that is what we look forward to see in you. So keeping your domain knowledge into your credit, try to focus on developing your connectivity, your connections, your caring, your confidence, your decisiveness, your analytical powers, your leadership skills, your communication skills, networking skills. Those are all that are in great demand when you think of proving yourself in the professional platform ahead. So that was so nice talking to you. It's a wonderful opportunity for me. I thank all your authorities and you guys to be so patient, so caring, and so considerate, so cooperative for providing me this platform and our undivided attention. Hats off. Thanks to all of you. And now I give the podium, the platform, the mic to all of you. If you have anything that we can exchange in the form of a question answer like that. Over to the Abhishek sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. So students and other participants, if you have any questions relating to sir has obviously shared a detailed thing as to what corporates look into. So anything you would like to ask or like to get elaborate views on that?
Yes, students. Please, dears, anything. शास्त्र और शस्त्र के साथ अब संस्कृति की बात है. You have to prove yourself as a wonderful personality. आपकी domain knowledge पे हमको संदेह नहीं है. Now we are looking forward how best you can be applied and how best you can make us accomplish our goals. How best you can contribute for the organization goals. How best you are a team player. How disciplined are you? How valued and ethical will be your workplace and work ethics. That is what the organization is looking forward to. So get yourself industry ready. Anything?
So there is one question. There is one question from Amit.
Yes.
So I'll just read it out what he is asking. So he is asking about
how we increase our communication skill for entry into industry. So Amit, अगर आप और मैं मिल जाएं तो हम और आप बात करेंगे. You can write to me, I can text you, you can talk to me, we can meet in coffee day. That is something different, But being into an organization will demand a skill called organizational communication. Getting more disciplined, getting more focused, getting more compact and concise in our communication. Meaningful communication, professional communication, to the point. काम पे काम, बस मतलब की बात, प्रोफेशन की बात, प्रॉफिट की बात, डील की बात, बिजनेस की बात. So organizational communication will be demanded of you and me when we join an organization, be a part and parcel of an organization. How to talk, how to communicate with our superiors, with our subordinates, with our colleagues, with even a sweeper, watchman, whatever position anyone is working in the organization. You have to be very skilled and very sensitive and caring about each one. Even the sweeper contributes. In my opinion, the sweeper contributes the same ratio as the CEO. So we have to be taking all of them into consideration and establish a wonderful interpersonal relationship skill. Yes, Amit? Yes. Thank you, Amit.
Yeah, so anyone else, any other question? So definitely, sir, you asked about, highlighted about one of the aspects of being caring and other skills related to empathy, etc. So definitely students would love to know more about it. So why being caring is an important skill for corporates?
Listening, hearing. Beg your pardon, sir. Once
yeah,
again.
so I was saying you had spoken about being caring, right? So that is one of the important skills which corporates
Definitely.
look for. So definitely.
Yeah, caring.
So why that?
Why that?
Yes, why? Why? I mean, obviously, if you could highlight some
yes.
aspects on this.
Caring skills, what I mean is caring for the organization values, caring for the organization goal, caring for the organizational mandate, caring for the people of the organization, caring for the process, the resources of the organization, and being watchful and careful about the market where we place ourselves or project ourselves or aspire ourselves to be. Caring 360 degree to all our stakeholders. Caring doesn't mean to handle a glass very careful so that it will not fall down or break. Relationships are more sensitive. Relationships are to be tackled very professionally. So what I say 360 degrees, it's not only to think in the name of I am a producer and somebody is my customer. Somebody is a politician to me. Somebody means a government to me. Somebody means a inventory provider to me. Somebody is a raw material provider to me. Somebody is a logistics provider to me. So I have to be careful for each of their goals and achievements. I cannot just be selfish and be concised into my own self goal. I have to proceed, march forward, taking into account all the stakeholders' aspects. That is called caring. So how caring you are?
Very rightly said, sir. And there's one more question from Pooja. She is asking
how can we develop our personality while entering into industry? So that will take another personality development session. Exactly try to define what is a personality, right? Pooja, if you listen to me, कदम ऐसे चलो कि निशान बन जाए, प्यार ऐसे करो कि मोहब्बत की चाहत बन जाए, काम ऐसे करो कि पहचान बन जाए और जिंदगी ऐसे जियो कि मिसाल बन जाए. So what I mean, when you take your steps, when you decide, when you are decisive, कदम ऐसे चलो कि निशान बन जाए. People will love to follow your footsteps. You establish your leadership. That's personality. प्यार ऐसे करो कि चाहत बन जाए. That is what we are talking about right now, being caring. So love your people so that respect your people, regard your people, appreciate your people. तो हर किसी को लगे कि मैं पूजा मैडम के साथ रहूंगा, मैं पूजा मैडम के टीम में रहूंगा, मैं उनके डिपार्टमेंट में काम करना पसंद करूंगा. So you will be an acclaimed leader. काम ऐसा करो कि पहचान बन जाए. Do your work such that no one can do it better. Stand beside your people. Prove your worth. Do your best. Give your best efforts. 100% effort. That will prove your leadership. That is personality. That is the identity of a successful person. Right? Zindagi ऐसे जियो के मिसाल बन जाए. Live your life so that it's an example for others. That's a personality. Personality not about a lot of degrees and high scoring marks. It is how you exhibit yourself in the platform, in the people, in the public, in the market. You know, personality is not only inside or not only outside. It's an amalgamation. It's an integration of inside and outside. You have a body and a brain inside. Prove them. You have a personality that people see, visible, right? And you have something that you hide inside, right? Something you can manipulate, something you cannot manipulate. Your height, you cannot manipulate. Okay, you can wear a high heel shoe, but your height cannot be manipulated. Your color, it cannot be manipulated. It is not take a makeup in the face. So there are something which you cannot manipulate, but there are something you can manipulate. I think your dress code, your hairstyle, your specs. So how you prove yourself visible, invisible, in front, in the market, in the competitive arena is your personality. And if you mean developing it, you are free. If you accept more, if you listen more, if you read more, if you associate more, if you are more submissive, your personality grows day in, day out. You are unstoppable. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you, sir. So since the time is running out, so we will take one last question, and maybe if there is none, we will proceed ahead.
Please, sir.
Anybody else wants to ask any question? One last question.
Yes, which is more important, to be honest or to have integrity towards the organizational goal? Honest and integrity, are they different? Anil, honesty and integrity, I don't think they're different. Krishna. Honesty and integrity, you know, that's a person that defines a personality. An honest person cannot, his integrity cannot be doubtful. Who is honest, you know, it's not playing a hide and seek game. What you are, you are. If you're honest, your integrity cannot be doubtful. You cannot do a wrong. And answering Anil, what should we do at the time when the employee under us is facing difficulty in his working environment? Stand beside him. Try to identify the root cause. Provide him with. Teach him. Be a counselor. Be a coach. Be a leader to him. He will follow. If at all, if you people have seen that video, it came in the WhatsApp. There was a horse, fighting horse, a war-filled horse was stuck in mud. कितने भी कोशिश किए वो घोड़े को उठा नहीं पाए कोई. So what they did, you know, somebody advised, get other horses and give the command, let them run, just circling around that spot where the horse was stuck. You know, hearing that war cry, hearing that war demand, looking into the other horses, the way they shouted, they horned and they ran, their spirit. This horse, which was stuck in the mud, which was unable to lift himself from that mode, was able to come out of his own self. So that is what it is. So when your employee falls back, falls low, where is your leadership then? Prove it. अगर सब कुछ सही है, सब बंदे सही काम कर रहे हैं, तो फिर आपकी क्या जरूरत है यार? You are there because such people are there. You are there because problems are there. Thank God problem है, तभी तो तुम हो, मैं हूँ, वरना हमारा क्या जरूरत? So if there is an employee performing low, try to identify why it is. So for your reference, if you know Jamshedji Tata, the famous personality, this Tata, this wonderful personality, this individual used to visit the blast furnace employee, the person, the laborer that used to put coal inside the blast furnace. Mr. Tata used to visit him, wish him happy birthday, give him a sweets packet, asking him to leave for home and enjoy that day with his family. That is leadership. Okay, Anil, that is a chance to prove yourself. Stand beside the person. Teach him, counsel him, coach him, give him hand-holding support.
So thank you, sir. Thank you. And before we proceed with the vote of thanks, I would request if Dean Madam wants to share something. She's there. I think she had joined in.
Please.
I think she may be in some meeting right now. So we'll proceed ahead. So, sir, it was really interesting and insightful session, definitely. And you touched upon different aspects of what the corporates are looking for. And it's just not the knowledge and skills, but also attitudes, beliefs. And it was very interesting concept of the 6C model, which it spoke about competencies, character, being caring, confident, and connections, networking, contributions, etc. And I hope all the students would have got a lot of inputs about how to develop themselves. See your inner self, talk to your friends, identify what your weak points are, and as Sir said, develop all those things. Requires not only practical knowledge, innovativeness, organizing, and networking skills, and most importantly, what Sir touched about was resilience. Right? You may have all the knowledge and skills, but if you do not have that attitude, if you do not have that resilience, the world is continuously changing, right? So you need to have that inner character to pull yourself out if there is any problems anytime, right? And obviously there was a matrix which was shown about performance and trust. So organizations not only look for performance, but yes, definitely trustworthiness, being loyal to the organization, and being caring is what is very important. Thank you so much, sir, for taking your time out.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all my participants. And my concluding words will be, today onwards, focus on vision and urja, energy. Because you guys want everything instant food, instant medicine, instant cure. Everything you guys want instant. So that demands lots and lots of energy. And the other thing is, stay visionary, look forward. So it was so nice, sir. I thank you all once again for this wonderful opportunity. And Abhishek sir for being so generous for that wonderful introduction. And a wonderful flyer that you have developed yesterday. I'd like to really thank you and all the crew in that side. So nice of you all at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. I love that organization. I love the leadership there. My regards to Sujata Madam, Chairman, and all elders and seniors and personalities, wonderful personalities at your end. My regards to
Mr. Ashok, I am General Mohanty, the chairman here.
Sir, Mohanty sir,
my
gratefulness.
I listened to your talk from A to Z.
Thank you, sir.
And I must thank you for a very meaningful and insightful talk. And I must congratulate you the manner that you have put across your ideas and the
Thank
way you have conveyed your feelings to our students.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure the students, those are the budding managers of the future, and those who have just joining us, for them it will be an eye-opener, it will be a good path breaker, and I only hope and wish them that they've made good, copious notes of your entire talk.
Thank you.
And if
Thank
they
you.
follow it in their life, I'm sure they will succeed. Nothing will stop them.
Thank you.
And
God bless.
lastly, I must thank you for the wonderful talk and request you to keep your association with this wonderful institution,
My
the
pleasure.
Bharatiya
My
Vidya
pleasure.
Bhavan. We are ever grateful to such illustrious speakers like you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so